sleep is for the weak. Last 24 hours of Calcio Mercato. Actually 24 hours and 11 minutes, because tomorrow at midnight it is over. What a strange Mercato, and it's closing on the 3rd of February instead of the 31st of January. So they waited a bit to extend the Mercato. So instead of finishing on Friday, they wanted to go with that extra weekend. Why? Don't ask me. I have no idea. Could have been good, huh? 31st, bam, close, over. Maybe because there were some games already played on the Friday, and they know that the teams are concentrated also on the game. They didn't want to mess up with some players playing, not playing. I have no idea. Anyway, it's Monday. We just signed, or at least we are still waiting for the official news from Juventus on their site, but we just brought from UK Lloyd Kelly. That is a new player of Juventus from the moment that it will be announced on the site. At the moment he's doing the medicals. I think they are over. I hope so, because he's there now since a few hours. He landed in Caselle in the late afternoon at 7 p.m. Italian time. Went immediately to the J Medical to be sure that today they could already put officially the contract of Lloyd Kelly officially to Juventus Football Club. We'll speak about that. We need to say welcome to Lloyd Kelly. I have not been kind with him. Now he is, or he should be, really close player officially from Juve, and that's where we will go towards welcome Lloyd Kelly. You are a player of Juve, so that means that you are one of us. Will it be until the end of the season and then you will go away? Will it be that you will go on loan, that you will be sold? Will it be that you will be there and you will have a fantastic long career at Juve? We don't know at the moment, but from the moment that you are Juventino, here. But you also saw that I wrote on the title of the thumbnail that is the Mercato really close? I believe, guys, or I'm nearly sure that the entry Mercato of Juve is over. We had already extremely a difficult time to bring defenders in Juve. I think the formulas when you're watching them and how many loans, etc., that is really over. So don't expect new names to come in at Juve in the last 24 hours, or maybe a young player, young talent. I don't know, but I think it's really over for the entry Mercato. But for the exit Mercato, I would not, but I would sincerely not exclude a surprise in the last 24 hours. Let's see if they are already speaking about it in the hours that we will be live. Let's see. I'm extremely curious. But remember what I'm telling you. I would not exclude an exit of the transfer market from Juve, an exit, a player in exit that you will be quite sad about. Is it Cambiaso? Is it Fagioli? Is it another name? If you're looking at the voices for Dusan Vlahovic, they are gone, so I would be extremely surprised if it's Dusan. But we know the players that are in a possible exit list. It's Cambiaso, Fagioli on top of everyone. Then you have in a second row, you have a Dusan Vlahovic. Then today, Mr. Thiago Motta said that Adzic will stay with us. We are a lot there up front, so it's difficult for him to find space, but he count on him for a training session and also to have some minutes. He could possibly play a few games with the under 23, so the next gen team. So let's see. There are other players that are not playing, like Rui, that today didn't enter, and with the Savona, is also able to play on the left. You never know, even if I didn't hear any news about Rui. Let's wait. Today, before starting the live, I was not sure to really do a live or not, because Lloyd Kelly, we know it, it's not a surprise anymore that he joined. We already spoke about it since yesterday, even if I didn't make a video about it. But they told me over the phone, Beppe, can you say to the people that will watch the live today that Mercato is over? Don't say it. That doesn't mean that something will happen. They said don't say it. There could possibly be a surprise that will make some people sad. So wait before announcing it's over. So maybe we can start immediately with a first poll. Poll. 24 hours to go. Entry is closed. Exit Mercato. Let's say over as well, which are the words of Giuntoli. Don't forget that the words of Giuntoli are, we don't want to do exit mercato. These are the words of Giuntoli. We don't want to do exit mercato. So over as well, option 1. Cambiaso will leave. Fagioli will leave, or someone else. I have only 4 choices. Boom, boom, boom. You vote, guys. Let me say hello to the people that are there. Piano Zach, ciao grande. But also to Thomas Makluf that is saying ciao winners. Because, hey, we didn't speak about it. I didn't do the analyze yet. I wanted to do eventually a video. But you know how it is. I spent a bit of time with my family first. And then I started with, not a lot. Because then 1 hour, 2 hours later, I watched Milan-Inter, Derby della Madonnina. And then I watched... what is it? Roma-Napoli. So I watched the 2 games, 1-1 for a derby, 1-1 Roma-Napoli. 2 scores that are nice, that are beautiful, because you know it. And you never want these teams to win. On the other side, we didn't want also them to lose, if you are looking at the ranking. I know it's annoying because we cannot celebrate in saying, the Scudetto race is again open, because it's not. Let's be honest. How many points do we have difference from Napoli? 14 points. It's not even the Napoli that is scaring me. 14 points, but on top of that, you have 14 points there, and then you have an Inter, then you have an Atalanta that are in front of us, and maybe even a Lazio, because they are playing tomorrow against Cagliari. So attenzione to that. I didn't celebrate for the one up front, but more for the one behind us. Roma losing points because they are at 9 points. It's more realistic that Roma is catching up, that we will catch up Napoli. If you are looking at the reality, which is sad. We lost too many points, honestly. And then Milan not winning was also a good one, honestly, because now they still have 1 game in hand, but if they win, they are at -2. At the moment, they are at -5. That was extremely important. Fiorentina winning was not a beautiful one, but if Lazio cannot win tomorrow, it will be beautiful. At least we have that feeling also that victory that we did is making us doing steps, which is super important. Ciao Thomas, ciao Ali Rezza, ciao Davy, ciao Last Samurai. Really enjoyed Bepe's goal celebrations today. You can watch them on the short tab on YouTube, of course. Xalino, ciao Beppe, just finished watching the other 3 hours live, but why are you watching? Even if it's nice. Ciao Bogdan, ciao Sasha, ciao Bogdan again. Samir is there as well. Lionel Creative or Lionel Creative. Andrit is there. Ciao Saraz. Ciao grande amici miei. Vito Pileggi is there with ciao Beppe. Ciao grandissimo. Zam. Ciao Juve Cornercast. Ciao Lilgi. Buy option on Vega would have been better. I see coming. Look, Tuesday, when Mercato will be definitely over, I will be able to make a video only dedicated to how I judge the Mercato. If we speak about the entry Mercato, I will absolutely not be kind. Even if I'm happy at the end with the Colomwani, extremely happy, of course, we are happy with Colomwani. The impact that he had in the 2 first games that he played are beautiful. But I will not be kind. I can already anticipate you that. On the exit Mercato, at the moment, nobody left, except of Danilo. So, and Arthur. But I will not be kind. I'm just waiting for the last day. You never know. A surprise in exit. Who can that be? That can totally change the votes in good or in bad, depending on who you sell, how much you sell, and then you never know. In Mercato, I've seen things where you really thought it's over, you don't even count on it, and then finally something really strange happens. So let's see. People are going with Fagioli leaving with 46%, so the majority of the votes are there. 23% are saying it's over. Cambiaso will leave 24%, or someone else 6%. You can still continue to vote with your ideas. Arthur, Las Vegas. I start seeing that it goes into your mind. The Show Me the Money and Las Vegas, the 2 players that we signed. No, he was already on loan, so I don't really count him. He just switched from Troyes in France to a Swiss team. team in Switzerland, so I'm not really counting him because it's not that he was with us. He was already gone. He was already gone. So to Arthur, do you want to analyze Arthur? In the meanwhile, I'm also monitoring if something is happening there on internet. You never know. You never know. At the moment, they are not really speaking about the Juve. They spoke about Atalanta that took Posh from Bologna, which honestly not a bad defender. I don't think they are looking for a starter, but with the injuries, Buongiorno and this and that, they always have these kind of problems. No, it's not Buongiorno. Scalvini. With Scalvini, they always have a bit of problem, so you never know. Pay attention there. So they want to have a choice that they can count on the season. I think it's over from Scalvini. The shoulder, Morata, official from Milan to Galatasaray. Big one as well. They replaced him already immediately with Gimenez. Now, I really want to start speaking about that because a lot of people said, Beppe, we couldn't go for Hansko. That story of they didn't want to sell Beppe and it's not valid anymore because everyone said because they are playing Champions League, so Feyenoord they didn't want to sell because of that reason. And now they are selling a player. Why couldn't they sell Hansko to Juve? It means it's not credible. In first phase, I was thinking about it, but then I made a bit of research because I was annoyed by it. If I want to make that video of Mercato, I really wanted to be sure what I was saying. And actually, it's because he has a clause. Vega. These names, these new names. Gabriel. No! What is the name? Gimenez from Feyenoord. He has a release clause. They didn't pay the release clause, but this was the starting point of negotiation. So they said this is the release clause. We want to negotiate. Otherwise, we wait and we will buy it. So anyway, you have nothing to say. So they negotiated a bit and they have a bit of discount on that player. So they knew. What's the team there? Feyenoord knew that it was over for them. But they didn't want to sell on the same Mercato and one player and another player. So that's the story, the entire story. I think it's important to underline why, even if at the end he didn't come to Juve, Hansko. So we flopped? Yes, we flopped. Did we really want to have Hansko? Yes, we wanted. What Morata gone? Yeah, he went from Milan to Galatasaray. You can see it here. From Milan to Galatasaray, it is official. Gone. Beppe, do you think that Vega played well today? Yeah. At a certain moment, it was Vega against everyone in that second half, in the minute where we were a bit suffering. I saw a bit of the game again, between two games there, not the entirety yet. But I need to say that he impressed me by his personality. He's 21. 21, he was already starting to speak to Gatti to tell him what to do. With non-verbal communication, like pay attention here, there. Then he was impressing me also on that free kick, the only one that really was, when we were led 1-0, really was putting some sense of urgency, and that's beautiful. I hope he keeps that because that shows a lot of personality for a player that is there since 1 week, first game in the Allianz Stadium, in the center of the defense as a starter. He didn't start really well the game, and going with that personality where someone could say, oh, I'm just arrived, I will just shut up and listen to the big ones. Beautiful. That impressed me a lot. I didn't mention him, but that's another name. That's another name that is in the list of the possible surprises. If he deserves more minutes, I have always been in favor of a Douglas Luiz deserving more minutes, to being able to judge him from the moment that he had some continuity. But I need to say that in the last game where we received a bit more of trust, a bit more of continuity, he didn't impress me at all. He didn't impress me at all. There are no big ones. Yeah, it's true. If we are speaking about leadership, that's a big one that we are missing, so that's the truth. Can we just say welcome officially to... Now, officially, we are waiting for, of course, of the communication, but to Lloyd Kelly. Look, it's a player that I tell you what I think, of course. Lloyd Kelly, that is doing the medicals here, as you can see. It's a player that, how can I say, is paying a bit. I give you my opinion, then you can tell me your opinion. He's paying a bit how the Mercato has been led by Juventus management, I believe. He's paying the fact that we didn't have a center defender on the 2nd of January. He's paying the fact that he was not the first one that we were looking for, not in the summer, not in the winter. We know it. Let's not turn around the pot. We had a lot of names. Araujo, Todibo again, Tomori, Hansko, Antonio Silva, Danso. I don't even remember. The list is extremely, extremely, extremely long. I will speak about the details about the things, but there were so many names before him. De Ligt has been there for 1 day, 2 days maximum before disappearing. Kevin Danso, so there were so many players before him that when we heard the first time his name and we studied it a bit, player from Newcastle that left from Bournemouth, that signed actually and replaced him with Dean Huijsen. He left for free, end of contract, went to Newcastle where he's not playing, he's not appreciated or was not appreciated by his fans. We saw the game that he was playing were not really great. A player that is already 26. So it's a player that if you're looking at everything, not a young promise, not a starter, a player that was not playing in his team, a player that already had some injuries in the past, if you're accumulating everything, not a player that is there on the top of your list, then it's difficult for us to believe that this is the player that will actually make Juventus stronger, that will give Juventus the power to say, oh, we have again a really solid defense. It's a player that we believe in, because looks like the management was not even believing it, or they were looking for other names also when he disappeared, because we were favoring again a possible Tomori, again a possible Danso or a Todibo. You remember these names that were coming at a certain moment. We were even speaking about Goglistice, we were speaking about the other one from Udinese, Christensen. There were a lot of names on the transfer market, and every time they were always going over Lloyd Kelly, always, and that doesn't give us that doesn't give us the feeling that he was really wanted. Then on top of that, if you are looking at the possible deal that we made for a player that 6 months ago was taken for free from Newcastle, and you go and pay apparently 3 million for the loan, plus 15, plus some bonuses with a percentage on the resale, and you go towards a bit more even than 20 million euro for a player that looks like you were not really believing it. So I think that is really paying how Juventus management led that transfer mercato more than himself. Is he a good player? Is he a bad player? Guys, I don't know enough about him. It's a player that before this transfer mercato, maybe I heard 1 time, 2 times, and not for exceptional things. So I cannot even tell you how great he was in his old teams. I asked some people that were watching Premier League. They said, yeah, he was sometimes good at Bournemouth. He was not fantastic. No, he was not good. So is it indeed that we are a bit scared that a player that is doing his medicals on the 2nd of February, that has not even been announced on the 3rd, could possibly be a flop? Like Alessio is saying, possibly another flop. Are we sure about it? We don't know. If we are speaking about Renato Vega, we were all saying, wow, what a disaster player is that. He's not even playing with Chelsea. And we were always saying, if he's the lowest name, we can possibly even be happy with him. If he's the strongest name of the two, probably not. And then you see how he played today with a lot of personality. Then you say, oh, why not? Then, first game against the Napoli, let's be calm, tranquilli. But you tell yourself, why not? There is something. Then, of course, if you're looking at how we signed these players, Colomani on a loan, without option, without obligation, where you're still paying, Renato Vega, a loan, and you pay for a player that will not be yours. then there is always a possibility that these players are feeling well in your team, that are starting to prove themselves, that you have even more power to say, look, we really want to keep the player really wants to stay. Can we have him for another year loan, or can we sign him permanently, depending on the value that you are giving to that player, a value that we contributed to actually increase, because it was a player that was not playing in your team. So I would not say that these players, it's impossible that they will continue to be Bianconeri, Colomwani, and Veiga. Veiga is easier because the value of the player will be lower, because Chelsea, they have 150 players, because probably they will even go more on the Mercato, especially if they qualify to Champions League. Let's see if they do, even if I believe that this year there will be 5 spots for Premier League. Colomwani will be much more difficult because the value of Colomwani will still be high, because they signed him like 2-3 seasons ago in Paris Saint-Germain for 90 million euro. So for Colomwani, you really need to negotiate another loan for an entire year so that you are paying a bit from him. The value is decreasing also in the financial books from Paris Saint-Germain. So pay attention to Colomwani. I don't think it will be still 90 million euro, because he already played, I believe, 2 seasons with Paris Saint-Germain, so it goes lower. He's already on loan, so that means that we already anticipate. So I think that you can negotiate to have it way less than the 90 million that we offered. Then, of course, if he continues to do extremely well, banging goals after goal after goal after goal after goal, of course, if you have Juve that is saying we want him for 1 more year on loan, and then you have a team that is coming out of nowhere, a big team, they're saying, oh, that player, we want to go for it, and we pay 75, he's gone, you know that, especially if the player says yes. But yeah, the market value will drop because of the age, because of 1 year less of contract, because of a lot of things, except of course, if he continues to do what he's doing now, because he's doing well. Why sign Kelly? What kind of plan is the management signing this player? Why not keeping 20 million? The answer, I have it, and it's harsh. It's a harsh one to understand and to explain. It's because there was nothing anymore. I already mentioned you so many names. Christensen and the other Christensen, Araujo. I think that we did it, and we arrived at 15, 16 names of center backs only in the winter. We did it like 2 days ago. 15, 16 names of different center backs in the winter. One failed at the medical test. The other one, at the end, fooled us with a contract extension to Barcelona. The other one, it was done deal, then they changed the coach. And then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. I always told you, we were also waiting because we wanted cash to go all in and offer more for some players. That cash didn't arrive today, yeah? That cash didn't arrive today. We were waiting for our friends here, like Diego NYCC, so probably it's a Manchester City fan that is living in New York, not sure. We are waiting for confirmation, but that money at the moment, as we speak, didn't arrive. Can it arrive? Yes, it can, because I told you, as you can see in the title, that is below probably, that some surprises are not to disregard. But at the moment, that offer didn't arrive. If the offer doesn't arrive, it's difficult. Then we need to go from the beginning. What I always told you, I think that I said it also in the video, Juventus' plan has been always extremely clear into their mind. When they finished that summer transfer market, they said, we go in the winter. If Milik doesn't recuperate, or maybe if he recuperates and we are not satisfied about him, we can loan him out, we can sell him, we go for an offensive player. We have a budget, and I always told you that budget would have been 40 million euro. 40 million euro for a striker. That striker, a lot of time, could have been Zirkzee from Manchester United. With Ten Hag, it would have been sure, if we are speaking about October. But then you have a Bremer that is going injured. Then you have a Cabal that is going injured. So that means that you're already looking for 3 players. It's not suddenly because you have more players that are injured or that you need to replace that your budget will be triple what you already planned. It's not. You had 40 and you still have 40. That's it, guys. That's it. So there is no more money to spend on the market, even if there are other priorities, and the priorities became center backs instead of offensive players. If you are making the sum, let's calculate. I don't know who has a calculator in hand, but if we go with 12.5 for Alberto Costa, we add on that 5 million for Renato Vega. That is a loan. I tell you, I repeat you, a loan included the salary. You have to add, let's say, 20 million for Lloyd Kelly. That's 37 and a half. And then you go for the Kolo Muani. That is all in all probably a salary loan. How much was Kolo Muani, guys? I don't even remember. Was it 5 plus bonus? That could have been 8, I believe, something like that, isn't it? 8 million. So 37 plus 8, guys, is 45. 45, but you were obliged to go for 4 players instead of 1. You understand the strategy of Juve? Why we went for a Lloyd Kelly? Because when you have 4 players that you are obliged to sign instead of 1, also Alberto Costa went because you heard about the growing pain of Nicolo Fagioli that until last week was kept silent. Probably that's also why, because they were scared. With nobody in defense, you needed someone. It was an opportunity. They went for it. So, grazie, Saro. You see the calculation is on. It's the same budget, but instead of 1 player, you go for 4 players. That's why Juventus have tried in every possible way to go for players on loan. Like we went for Vega, we wanted an option, but if we had an option, then they would have increased the fee that they were asking for because it's a young player. They went for a Kolo Muani alone. A player like that, I told you, it's a good deal, even if we are paying, because a player of that level that we needed, and we saw it against Napoli first half, we saw it today, a player of that caliber, you don't find at that price. Impossible. But you had no money, so you had to do something with it. And all the players that were speaking, the club that you were speaking to for their players, like that, so it was on loan. You always heard on loan. Even for Lloyd Kelly, it was a loan that you wanted to go for. But then, with on top of that, a Kalulu that goes injured, and they are speaking about 1 month, if not even more than 1 month for Kalulu, you are obliged. So they took you here at 3-4 days of the Calcio Mercato with all your options that you tried to knock on the door that were gone. You have always waited for that money that would come in to increase that offer for, what was the name there? Araujo first, because you were sure that that offer from Manchester City would already have been there on the table. Then you wanted to put some money for Hansko, and you were waiting for some opportunities that never came because that money didn't come. And at a certain moment, you arrive at the 2nd of February where you say, guys, we need a defender because we have nobody. We don't have the room to negotiate too much. What is the budget that you have that you can really spend? It's this. It's 12. More than that, we don't have. We go for Kelly. Am I disappointed? I told you in the beginning of the video. Yes, I am disappointed. Absolutely. I wanted a defender before. We knew that we were looking for a striker. We knew that it would have been difficult, but I was expecting much more. Then that Kalulu on top of that is injured. We couldn't plan. Maybe we could even have avoided it if a defender would have come earlier. Guys, I know about Huijsen. It was another situation. Are we regretting Huijsen? Yes, absolutely, we are regretting Huijsen. But it will not help. It will not help at all if you keep repeating Huijsen. It will not come back. It is over. People are saying, is Kelly a panic buy? Yeah, if you listen to everything that I just explained from summer mercato plans, from what happened with the budget that stayed the same, we just made a calculation with 2 players on loan that you still pay a fee, with all the players that said no for a reason or another because you had no money. If you have no money, guys, if you have no money and you are knocking at the door for players from a bigger caliber, and they tell you no, then you have a bit of bad luck with some medicals, with this, with that. At the end, what is happening? Guys, what is happening? That you go with the really last option because you were obliged. We'll go towards the players that we have in our team. But first, let me say thank you to Rob Lewandowski from Norway. Thank you for your donation, my friend. Top 5, Amauri, Iaquinta, Matri, Vucinic, and Borriello. Always. Rob, he loves to make me do these rankings. So because you are doing a donation, because I feel obliged, but also because I like to be challenged. Let me check. From these ones, I would put Matri on top, Vucinic second, Borriello third, Iaquinta fourth. Even if, wait, Matri first, Vucinic second, Iaquinta third, Borriello fourth, Amauri fifth. My ranking. Thank you, Rob Lewandowski. Ahmad is laughing because it's always the same. But it's good. So I close the poll. I will wait a bit with the poll. Let's increase the... And then Juan Mayo that is saying, Beppe, total joke from Giuntoli. We sell... Again, Huijsen. We sell Huijsen because we need cash. Who becomes a starter in Premier League and in 6 months buy Kelly, who is on the bench in Premier League for more money. Yeah, it's true. Then, could you anticipate when you sell Huijsen that Bremer would be injured for the entire season, that at that moment in the transfer market you had zero chance for a strong defender that you wanted to go for, that was immediately ready, that on top of that Cabal went injured, that on top of that now Kalou is injured, that Milik would not have come back at all. We are speaking about at all. That Danilo, we are speaking about 6 months ago, would have been totally not manageable by Thiago Motta and leaving. I think that a lot happened that were unpredictable. I told you, Huijsen, according to me, would not have started in a team that was in mind of Giuntoli in the past. Would not. While he wanted to play and he showed it. Probably today he would have played, but today it's easy to say. So do I regret selling Huijsen? Today, yes. Back then I said no. What I regretted is that we didn't sell for enough money. I think that we could have pushed a bit, but there were some big clubs on Huijsen and nobody believed in it. Don't forget about that. That's a really important one to take into consideration, that all the big clubs, they didn't go for Huijsen for a simple reason, because he wanted to some guarantees, because he wanted to be a starter, because he wanted, if not the starter, the third choice immediately ready to be the player, because he really believed in himself, and he's doing well. If you are looking at the career and all the offers, like Juan is saying, becoming a starter, guys, you cannot predict something. Some things you can predict, some things you cannot predict. Today we are regretting Huijsen, absolutely yes. But I think he regrets as well. I think he regrets as well, because he sees that if he wanted to be a bit more patient, and I'm not speaking about this summer mercato, where we told him in day one, look, you leave because we need some money, find yourselves a team. If he would have been a bit more kind with Juve and a bit tempered his ambitions, instead of going to Roma, going like agreed to Frosinone, probably would not have been in that situation. Probably. Is Lloyd better than Rogani? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know the player enough. I hope that he will surprise me. At instinct, I will tell you no, because Rogani, I know him since a kid. I followed him at Empoli, followed him at Juve in his entire career. Reliable player. I will tell you no, he is not a better player than Rogani at today. But what does it change? Nothing. Rugani is on loan to Ajax, and Rugani will not come back, guys, this season. It's not okay. There is something that you need to put into your mind for everyone I'm speaking, because every summer, every winter, we are speaking about the same thing, and we go back to the Spinazzola times. When a player is on loan, he's on loan, and you don't call him back. He's partially, momentarily property of that new team because there is a contract. So you cannot ask a comeback. There is no comeback. Nice. It's not about being better than X or Y, but being good for this Juventus. All that matters. I told, but Juan, thank you for the donation. Juan, I told you I'm not satisfied at all with Giuntoli. I'm not satisfied at all with what he did in the winter. I have been pissed off. You saw my, except of today where Juventus finally gave me a bit of good vibes, a bit more positivity. I have been really depressed. Yesterday I didn't even want to make a video. I didn't want to speak about it. I was pissed off. You saw it. I didn't do a video. If you follow the Telegram group, you know what I said, that I didn't record. I'm sorry I said I didn't record because I didn't want to. I was not in the mood. Because I didn't agree with how we led that Mercato, and that will not change. Now, if really predicting is the job of Giuntoli, yes, but can you predict 3 center-back defenders injury plus a Danilo that is leaving? No. Then, did he do a mistake in letting Danilo out of the team on the 31st of December? Yes, absolutely. And I will blame him on that as well when I will make my Mercato review of the winter that will have a really low rating. So I agree with you, but on the other side, can you predict all of that? I don't know. Then that we have been unprepared, that we have been this, yes. For Huijsen, guys, I think that back then it was impossible to keep him. Impossible. I would have loved to, but impossible. My opinion, guys. Then you can have a different one, and I accept it, of course. Rob is challenging me again. Continue to challenge me, Rob. We can do an entire... You know what we will do one day? We will organize Rob Lewandowski that is challenging me an entire night. Only you and me. Rob, thank you for the donation. Marquisio, Pogba, Pirlo, Vidal, Matuidi. Okay, Pogba will only take the 1.0 because there is no 2.0. Pogba 2.0 doesn't exist, so I will take the 1.0 at Juve. It will be an unpopular one probably. I will go with, and even if I love the Matuidi, I will go with number 5 Matuidi. Numéro 5, Matuidi. Huge big heart. Sense of sacrifice out of the norm. Triple lungs. But if you are putting all these other names there in that ranking, it's extremely difficult to give him a higher ranking than that. Number 4. That pains my heart, guys. That pains really, really, really my heart. But I'm obliged. And I will receive the tomatoes in the chat, I know. But number 4, I go with... Il Principino Marchisio. Number 3. Vidal. Vidal has been incredible at Juve. Incredible at Juve. Offensively, defensively, grinta, what he brought to the team. The goal contributions, scoring himself, assisting, scoring with one leg in Champions League. I didn't say the one I preferred. I told you guys, I knew it was unpopular, but it's true. And then it's really extremely difficult between Paul and Andrea. That's extremely difficult. I will go on that one, the one that gave me more. On number 1, I put Pogba. And on number 2, Pirlo. Yeah. So my ranking would be Matuidi 5th, Marchisio 4th, Vidal 3rd, Pirlo 2nd, Paul Pogba 1st. It's my ranking. I have never seen in that Pogba 1.0 period that gave me so much. In that period of Del Piero was not there anymore, Trezeguet neither, Nedved neither, so we are not speaking about that era, but about the new era. A period that gave me so much joy to watch. Incredible. But Pirlo was fantastic as well. It's really difficult. No, it's not about BS, guys. Seriously, if you experienced it, and I'm not speaking as a kid of 12, because I know that we are speaking about 2013, so now you're a bit older, but a lot of people are younger, or were really younger. I watched football, we are speaking about 10, 12 years ago, when I was, I was 30, 32, this age there. I was really aware of what I was watching, and I was already able to compare. What Pogba was doing was impressive, guys. It was the best player of the world in the midfield. It was incredible. The easiness of touching that ball, controlling that ball, shot from the distance, from the header, from the left, from the right, the dribble with his long legs. He was flying on that field. Guys, it was incredible. Incredible. The last Pogba disappointed me, of course. The last season of Pogba. Not now, even the last one. It could have been much better. He was already gone, probably with his head. He didn't want that number 10. But the Pogba I saw in the first 3 seasons of Juve was something incredible. Then it's difficult to put Pirlo second, because it's also thanks to him that we started back to win. So it's tough, huh? It's really tough, because the genius of Pirlo is incredible, but it's true. My ranking, it's my ranking, guys. Colo is saying, looking back, Pogba should have went to Madrid in 15. It went, yeah, of course, Colo. He should never have gone to Manchester United. I understand it. You are a young kid that is growing there. You want to take revenge. You want to show the world where you grew up. But it was a horrible choice that ended his career. And Mourinho said it also right. When he won that World Cup, something changed in the mind of Paul. It is what it is. But Colo, you did a lot of videos about these players. Probably not that much about Matuidi. Colo, I would be really curious to see the ranking of Colo. Lloyd Kelly is in the chat. Welcome, Lloyd. Welcome, Lloyd, to Juventus Football Club. Uno di noi. You are one of us. Beppe, do you hope I will play good, or do you want me out of the club? I can fail the medicals for you. No. Succeed them, and I will be your first supporter, Lloyd. I have been against you until yesterday. Now you landed in Caselle. Now I hope you will do really well. I really hope you will do well. I hope you will be a fantastic player, and I hope we will regret the day that we will say goodbye to you. That will say, oh, why is he leaving? What a fantastic career, Lloyd Kelly. And it's also the first time that I have a player with a female name, I think. Kelly. Kelly's the name of a female. Do we have in the history of Juve a player that had the name of a woman? No. I think it's the first one. Welcome, Kellini. Kellini is your new name. Colo99 saying top 5. In their prime, Pirlo, Pogba, Vidal, Marchisio, Matuidi. It's only the Pirlo, Pogba that change. In my heart, but that's different. Marchisio, Pirlo, Pogba, Vidal, Matuidi. Yeah, if I speak with heart, I will put Matuidi fifth still. Poor Matuidi, bless. Vidal will be fourth. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. If I speak with the heart. Andrea is, no, it's not a female name. Andrea is male and female. No, it's not Lucia, it's Lucio. Di Maria. Attenzione. Ah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah. Di Maria. Yeah. I accept this one. Di Maria is no. Di Maria is not female. Di Maria is a male, but the name. Okay, we understood. This life is again going towards a direction that I didn't plan. I wanted a serious one. With the heart, Marquise is first for Thomas. So that's it. Huh? We have nobody else. Huh? I think Di Maria and Kelly. Di Maria, one season. I don't know, guys. A flop or a good or top Di Maria. In the chat, choose the season. No, the season at Juve, not his entire career. Top, flop or good. If we are looking back at his season, in the meanwhile, I will close the vote. 38% you believe that Fagioli will leave. They were again to interest someone else. Not a lot of people are believing that. Cambiaso 25, 28 for it's over as well. Flop, but it's not his fault. Beautiful answer from Colo. Meh. For temporary peace. Cheyenne disagrees. So flop. Top Mario. We didn't watch the same Di Maria at Juve. But Not was really beautiful. The first goal of the season was beautiful. Hat-trick of assist with 2 for Rabiot. Which game was the hat-trick of assist? I don't remember. There was a game where he did a hat-trick of assist with 2 assists for Rabiot. I don't remember. I know the 3 goals were against Nantes. The hat-trick... Was it Maccabi? Maccabi Haifa. Not when we played on the 11th of October where we lost 2-0. Well, nightmares. Huh? Nightmares. By the way, today again, Rabiot scored another goal. Man of the match, I believe, again. They won 3-2 in a big game against Lyon. You know, Marseille-Lyon is always fight there. They hate each other since so long. So it was a big game. Marseille won. Goal of Rabiot again. That is continuing to score. He's playing even in a more offensive position this season with De Zerbi. Attenzione, there is maybe a news. Belayan arrived in Rome for Lazio. I have no idea who's that guy. Posh is going to Atalanta. Balotelli to Venezia, guys. I was not playing with Genoa. Balotelli to Venezia. Let's see if he will play or not. I watched a compilation of a video of Kelly and I was not surprised a bit. But Colo made a video, he said Beppe was not good. Juventus had Domenico Donna. Oh, look at that. That's more female name than that. It's impossible if your name is female. Ealing went away from Bologna to go back to Aston Villa, where he goes on loan to Middlesbrough. Ex-team of Fabrizio Ravanelli. Middlesbrough in 96-97, before Ravanelli going to l'Olympique de Marseille. We are waiting, guys. I told you there will be a surprise tomorrow. Which one we will see. Guys, Robbie wants he wants them. Thank you, Rob. Rob is sponsor of the channel, so we go. I will try to be a bit faster. Krasi, Diego, Elia, Anelka or Bentner? You know, today I thought about Anelka and Bentner, by the way. When Colom, when he scores 2 goals, I say, but he was already with 1 goal, but now with 2 goals, I said, this guy in 2 games, he already scored 3 more goals than Anelka and Bentner in an entire. They were not the entire season because Bentner arrives in the summer and Anelka in the winter. But anyway, in a season, he already did much better in 2 games. Incredible. Incredible. Anelka and Bentner. And for the people that believe that Marotta was the king of signings, not always. I can guarantee you that. Not always. It was top. Elia is also from him. So who would I rank, or how would I rank them? It's extremely difficult, but I would put Anelka as. But I'm not speaking about Anelka his career. Speaking about Anelka at Juve. Anelka would put on the 5th position, 4th position for Eliero Elia, 3rd position for Bentner, I would put Diego 2nd and Krasic 1st. Because probably you don't remember, because you all remember the Krasic of Antonio Conte and the images of Conte screaming on him because he doesn't understand. You remember the huge big flop that Krasic has been, but before that simulation and penalty that we received against Bologna, and he received 3 or 5 games bans, I don't remember exactly. Krasic, when he came in a disaster Juve, but the first seasons that he played with Juve, incredible. You know the story, I always explain it, the story of him because the flight were cancelled and he couldn't join the Villar Perosa friendly, you know, the game in family in front of the villa of the Agnelli. He paid from his own pocket a private jet to be able to join and to be there, not to play because it was late, but at least to be there. A Juventino, a real Juventino, Krasic. And he didn't understood a single word, but he paid with his own money to be there and to assist to the Villar Perosa. And that the first until that simulation where he has been killed like crazy and he couldn't, and then with Conte it didn't work out. Krasic has been extremely good. Diego, fantastic, like this, like 10 minutes. Could have been great, Diego, because he's a fantastic player. So that's my ranking. I don't come back on it. Today, guys, I made this tweet. I said it also in the post game, but maybe some of you were not there or you didn't watch. I said, a red card against Empoli, Milik, you remember, in the last game of January, on the 27th of January, 2024, at the Allianz Stadium, was the start of the downfall of Juve. You remember that we were fighting for the first spot, then boom, we collapsed. Today I said a red card versus Empoli, the one of Malé, in the first game of February 2025 at the Allianz could be the start of Juve. Someone else told me, Beppe, in the both games we played with a third shirt. Could be the start of Juventus. I don't know. So let me know, Let me know, guys, if it's a stretch, if you believe in my. It's not a theory. I said could be. I didn't say will be. So tell me, guys. I think Colo would even be able to make a video about my skills. Yeah, I think as well. I have always wished Colo to do a highlights and skill from Beppe on the channel. That would be beautiful. The best moments of GJustjuve. Maybe I would do it the day that I say that I have no contract anymore with Juve as an external partner. Probably I will say the best moments of some interviews, highlights with Marchisio, with Chiesa, with a lot of players. A lot of players. Cambiaso live, maybe, who knows, to say goodbye, a beautiful goodbye. Top 5, Tevez, Mandzukic, Dybala, Higuain, Morata. Oh, pure, guys. Rob, you need to keep, like, we need to make a rule, like, maximum 2 per life. Otherwise, you will jeopardize the entire life. Let's go. Can I cannot refuse, guys. I cannot refuse. And that's a tough one, huh? That's a really difficult one. I don't know how to judge. If you're speaking about quality of player, if you're speaking about what they brought to Juve or what they brought to me, it's difficult. It's really difficult. It's extremely difficult. Wow. Okay, Rob, tell me what is the criteria to vote on this one. What do you want? What they brought me as an emotion, for Beppe, for myself, emotion-wise, in quality of players at their moment of Juve, of course, and not. I don't care about what they did at City or United, or what is the criteria of top 5 of what? It's really tough. This one is really tough, guys. It's really tough. What they brought to Juve as a total, I don't know. Mike Savasta is saying, you wrote as the question. Top 5. Yeah, but top 5 of what? Stuff. I don't know how you do, guys. I see Juve, Pulse, Mario, they are already doing. Pecci, they are all doing already the ranking. But the ranking, how? It's really tough. I see that you love these lives, huh? This or that. But if Rob is not answering, top 5 for you personally. But yeah, I know. What they brought to me. Okay. Okay. Whatever I say, you will hate me. I have the shirts of 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have the shirts of 3 of them. So, okay, I start with the lowest one. Unpopular. Really big unpopular, I believe. Really huge unpopular. On position number 5, you will hate me. Mario Mandzukic. Mario Mandzukic, number 5. And I have the shirt of Mandzukic, so it's a player that I like. So imagine the other ones. So Mandzukic, that I have the shirt, I love Mandzukic, but 5th. 4th position. I don't know where is Neven. Neven, he should clip these moments and make shorts about them. I love them. Mandzukic 5th. 4th. Higuain. 3rd. Morata. 2nd. A lot of time I have been described as a hater of him. But he goes to the first spot. Dybala 1st, Tevez 2nd. To prove that I'm not a hater of Dybala. I hated his end of career. Tevez is much stronger than Dybala. Tevez is is 10 times stronger than Dybala. 10 times stronger than Dybala, I believe. There is not even a comparison. I believe that Tevez eats Dybala. Tevez in a short period gave us so much, but he played 2 seasons with Juve, and the question was what they brought to me, not who is the strongest one. What they brought to me, Paulo Dybala, guys, I hated how it ended, and I blame him. I think, and I will never come back on that when people are telling me you regret, or I said no. I think if there was one thing that Juve did well in the last few years, is probably that we let Dybala go. I think it's really a great decision of Juve. Today again, a big game. He's entering the last minutes against Napoli. He can't anymore. It's a finished player since a really long time. But what Dybala gave me in all the other season previously to the last 2 ones was incredible in terms of skills, dribble, beautiful goal with the left foot, only with the left foot. By the way, there is no other choice. Emotions, joy. I even appreciated his ridiculous celebration that I think it's really ridiculous, but I appreciated it. I did it. Sometimes I still have the feeling of doing it. I don't know why. When Bangula scores, I do like that. I don't know why. So the ranking is Mandzukic last, Higuain fourth, Morata third, Tevez second, and Dybala first. And guys, I'm sorry. Let me check really if we went down or not. We went up. We went up with my choices. And now people are surprised. Colo, he follows the channel since really long. Thomas as well. Ahmad as well in the chat. I'm sure that never you would have believed that I would have said Dybala first. But I like Dybala a lot. I really liked in the past Dybala a lot. And I still think that he's a really great player. I think that Mandzukic has been phenomenal for Juve, but I think also sometimes a bit the narrative has been overrated from Mandzukic. The narrative has been overrated for Mandzukic. Rob, you will make people go away. You will make people go away. They don't care about my top fives. They really don't care about my top fives. They want to hear about Mercato. And on top of that, you will expose me. Thomas knew. Then I'm an open book. Mr. Adrian said, Beppe, we do. I do care. People, they love it. Okay, we go with that. Okay. Music or no music for that choice? The music at least is putting a timer. It's like 1:30, I believe. Let me check how long. I know it's 2:10. The music is 2:10. Music or no music? No music for Sasha. She said, Beppe, leave me alone. No music. Up to you. Bravo, up to you. We care. It's fun. Okay, let's go. Nervous music. No music. Say it's fast. No, it's not fast. I hate these games. Okay. Douglas Costa, Quadrado, Chiesa, Lichtsteiner, and Cancelo. You will hate me, I know, but this is really to hate me, guys. Rob, the next one, if you want the next one, you will need to increase the donations, huh? Otherwise, I stop. Okay. I put, and you will hate me so much for that, but I put Cancelo last. I will put Cancelo last. Shit. You will hate me so much. What they brought to me, Cancelo last. Fourth, Chiesa. Third, and it pains my heart because I love him so much, Douglas Luiz. Quadrado second, Lichtsteiner first. Yeah. Cancelo, Chiesa, Douglas Costa, it hurts me because it's one of my favorite players ever, Douglas Costa. Cuadrado, Steiner. What do you mean finally a good one? Did I say Douglas Ruiz? Bah, it's Douglas Costa, you know it. You know, in the beginning I was saying Douglas Costa to Douglas Ruiz, and now it's the reverse. Guys, it is like that. I cooked. Lichtsteiner, hero, guys, seriously. Seriously. Oh, guys, I have more consensus on that one than I thought. Alberto Costa not making it easy. That's a fact. Who did I not read? Brock saying, how can you put Manzo at fifth? I'm sorry, guys. If you put Mandzukic with other names, probably I would put him higher. But I told you I have the shirt, so I love them. I'm sorry. Thank you for 6 months, Brock. But guys, what can I do? Beppe, I really believe that Dusan and Kolo playing together can pose a real threat for any defender because of Dusan's strength and Kolo's speed. Start of a new Juve. Who do you put aside? I love the. They could, like in some moments, like we saw today. But honestly, if you saw Kenan Yildiz, you have Conceição, you have Nico Gonzalez that today did a precious work, a real precious work. It's a pity that he didn't score today because I think that he really deserved it and probably would have been ranked higher if he scored. It will be difficult, but Kolo is doing the real movements more than Dusan Vlahovic. Can they play together? Yes, they can. But the last one for today. Thank you for the donation, Rob. Lewandowski. You know what is the funniest thing? I don't even know if he's supporting Juve or not, Rob, because he's called Lewandowski. He's playing at Bayern, and now he's playing at Barcelona. So I think yes, because he knows the player. So sorry, Beppe. Last one for today. Top 5 of Cáceres, Isla, Moiskin, Felipe Melo, and Emre Can. Oh, this one, you see, that's why I told you, spread them over live, because this one is easy. I think this one is easy. Felipe Melo is not even entering the top 5. Punto. Isla for fourth. There is one thing that I really appreciated from Mauricio Isla. I think it's the only ever player that I heard speaking so much with honesty after leaving Juve. Not immediately, I think it was a few years later in an interview where he said, I was not at the level of Juve. I was shocked when I heard that. He said I could have stayed or so, but I felt I was not at the level. Don't forget what Juve was playing in. So bravo, Mauricio Isla. Seriously, for that honesty. A player that is saying I was not at the level for Juve. Wow. So Melo is not entering the ranking. Isla fourth without problem. 3, Emre Can. Because honestly, Emre Can, we have a lot of hopes from him when he's coming to Liverpool. I always believed in Emre Can, but then injury to the back, incomprehension with the... at the end, we saw him doing extremely well with Allegri in that Barcelona game where top 3 players were Can, Bernardeschi, and Ronaldo. Juve, Atletico Madrid. Why did I say Barcelona? Juve, Atletico Madrid. Can, change of position there. Bernardeschi. But there was also Spinazzola that played a fantastic game. But these 4 were epic. Third, sorry. So Felipe Melo, Mauricio Isla, Emre Can, and then we go towards this is tough. This is tough because honestly, Moise comeback was really bad. Was really bad. But I loved Moise so much when he was a young kid at Juve. I was so happy. I would put Cáceres first, but it really pains me because Moise, I have always been a huge, big supporter of him. No, I cannot do that. Moise is like my little baby. It's tough. It's tough to put Moise. Nah, Moise first and Martin second. It's a pity because Martin Cáceres was really good as well. Yeah, Moise only twice until today, Ahmad. You never know. Huh? You never know. You never know. Die. It's over with the rankings for today. And now I don't know anymore what to say. Renato Vega is there in the chat. You think I want to be like Cáceres. Ciao Renato. Today we have big stars. Huh? We have Renato Vega. We have Lloyd Kelly. They are all here in the chat. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, questions about Mercato, guys. Opinions about Mercato, questions about Mercato before we close. Yeah, we saw Kelly earlier as well, Sasha. Kelly is there. Renato is there today's party on the channel of Juve, of GJustjuve. Well, we are waiting for Colomwani, of course. Hopefully he comes to say hello after his fantastic game of today. Beppe, do you think Kelly means no Hansko or maybe Gatti leaves? There is one thing that I can tell you about Gatti. I said it the last time. No, I wrote it to someone. I didn't. Did I say it? I don't know if I said it. I didn't say that, Ali. People that know the reference, it means that you're too much on TikTok and Instagram. I didn't say that, Ali. Anyway, about Gatti, what I wanted to say is that in the beginning, yeah, I said it already. I said it already. So I will repeat it faster without suspense. Where is that contract renewal? Zero voices anymore about contract renewals of Gatti. He will not leave now today. Let's see. Let's see what will happen with Gatti in the future. Depends also the offers or not. I know that he already had 2 years in a row offered from the Premier League, where I think he could even potentially do well there. Depends also what happens with Thiago Motta until the end of the season. Depends on a lot of things. I just checked the fact that a contract was in talks and that contract didn't arrive. As we speak, and maybe tomorrow he will extend, and bravo. Well, I would not. If today you tell me, Beppe, promise me that Gatti will be there, I would not do it. If you tell me, I think that at today, I think that both will be there. I believe that both will be there. But if you tell me at today, who do you see more at Juve next year, Motta or Gatti? I tell you, I have more feeling that Motta will be there more than Gatti. But I don't know. I think that both will be there. I think so. It's not that he doesn't like him, but I think it's not the player for him. And honestly, I will not blame Gatti. He's playing game in, game out, game in, game out. But tough. Tough. Mercato ranking out of 10. No, I will not tell you today because there is still one day to go. Depending who can possibly leave, as I told you, there could be a surprise. Pay attention for tomorrow. Huh? Seriously, I promise you, pay attention for tomorrow. Depending who can leave and how much they can leave and for what condition they can leave will influence a lot. I can already tell you it will not be a high ranking, but you will have to wait until Tuesday before the ranking, rating, and the explanation. Why? I'm not happy, but it will be a harsh vote on that winter mercato. A harsh one. 100% harsh. So it will not be a beautiful one. Tutto Juve stole your Empoli idea. What was it? No. Did they credit me? I hope so. Huh? I hope they credited me. Attenzione. L'Empoli changed the season with a red. Let's do the same now. Little bastards. Little. Attention. These are real Juventini. These are real Juventini. They steal. Let's see. I don't see my name, which is already annoying. At midnight and 5. Let's read. Winning was needed. And that was the only thing that mattered for Juve. And Juve did it with a convincing second half against a team that honestly was not stronger than Venezia, Parma or Cagliari, with Juve draw against. The Bianconeri came actually, or let them see in the second half, and they went with a lot of goals after the red card of the team from Toscana that were unlucky in some episodes and lucky in other episodes. Anyway, the good luck, however, only came in the second half for Juve when Wea, with his shot, was deflected by Colomoni. In a goal, okay, changing the story of the game. We saw ugly things, like the confusion of the first half, but also positive things. Colomoni, second game goal, and then Vlahovic that found again the goal. And a beautiful goal from Conceição that is confirming that he can be fundamental once the defense are going open. No chance of glory, no words of ends of crisis, no excessive enthusiasm, but pressure was all on the side of Juve. The situation after the first half could have really exploded. And let's say, the last year against Empoli already showed the start of the end. And it could have been the same. The reaction of the second half showed that the team still has the will of changing the story and is united. They needed to play better. They needed to defend better. But if Juventus plays like in the second half, they can go back to win 2 games in a row. Now heads to Como to follow that 4th spot. Yeah, it's only the title. I think they could have gone with a bit more details explaining it. They will not anyway. They stole my title. They stole my title, bastardo. Tutto Juve. You know that Tutto Juve blocked me. That's something that I will never understand in my life. But years ago, really years ago, Tutto Juve blocked me on Twitter. No! Is it the official one? They unblocked me, no! Ah, no. Here. Tutto Juve has blocked you. But why? Why did they block me? Why did they block me, guys? Okay, you should tag Tutto Juve on Twitter. This is years now. I think it's already 10 years. They blocked me, and I don't know why they blocked me. Why did they block? You should ask, like, unblock GJustjuve, tagging tuttojuve_com. Why did they block me? And maybe I stole them 10 years ago. No, I really don't know. I really don't know why they blocked me. Disgusting. Why do they block me? How do they dare to block me? Pedula blocked me, but Pedula, I know why. But them, I don't know. Then I really don't know. Why did they block me, guys? And why am I also able to see some of their tweets? Strange. Tutto Juve blocked you. You can view public posts from Tutto Juve, but you are blocked from engaging with them. You also cannot follow or message Tutto Juve. Why? I don't know. Brock. Hey guys, thank you, Brock. Brock, let's answer Brock. Top 5, Decilio, Desceglie, no jokes aside. Cambiare situation is really... okay. But Decilio, today it's difficult to put him high, huh? Cambiare situation is really worrying. No official injury, he's not playing, not even in the squad, no bid. This is not a question. This is a comment, an opinion of yours. So I can just move on, no? Look, I don't know. I told you tomorrow can be a big surprise that makes some people sad. I don't know if it's Cambiaso or not Cambiaso. Maybe I know and I will not tell you. We don't know. So I will keep the mystery until tomorrow. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow nothing happens. It's okay. I told you I was not happy with how Cambiaso managed the last days, not being there. Posting the picture of the win of on Instagram is nice. Thank you, Cambiaso, but I wanted you to be there, at least on the bench. He didn't, but also he was not there with the head. It was not only physical, but also not there with the head. I know it's tough when you have these offers from Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, a team that probably you're watching, you're following, that you maybe like. It's a big team that is winning a lot, with some huge big legends, players with a lot of money. Your salary can rise to the sky from 2 million to what were they offering, 6, 7. So it's huge. It's difficult to refuse. Brock is saying, why is there no communication from Juve? Because Juventus cannot communicate about it. They cannot. What can they tell Brock? They will tell Cambiaso will it's not there because of Mercato. No, public you cannot. Yeah, probably there is. Wait, it's probably Tutto Juve. Wait, mute tab. Tell me, guys, if yes or no. No, I will be blocked. No. Tell me if it's gone, guys, the music. But Tutto Juve, usually they are doing that. Oh, I hope I will not be banned for, I don't know what music they played. Oh, disaster. Look, not only they blocked me, but on top of that, I hope I will not be banned for copyright music. It's not my fault, guys. It was an internet tab open. Was there music or just disaster? No, but to come back, let's see. That's a problem for later. Let's see. To the moon. No, we didn't go up. It was a problem with the engine. Juventus cannot communicate because as long as you don't have the offer, it's tough. Then he stays. What do you do? I understand that you don't communicate. Then that it's annoying, I 100% agree. Now, I tell you, if it's not now, it's in the summer, so don't attach yourself too much to Cambiaso. Don't do the mistake that I did in buying the shirt of Cambiaso. Wait a bit. I think then he will come back. I told you, some people, they can manage it really well, continuing to play with Mercato voices. Some people not. Apparently, he was not able to manage the situation. It was bigger than him. Bigger than him. Rob Lewandowski, how well do you think Serie A clubs do in Europe? Well, at the end, from 5 teams, you have 4 that are still in the run, on top of the other competition with Fiorentina, Lazio, and Roma. So from 8 clubs, you have 7 that are still to the next round. I think that Milan dropped a huge big chance, Rob, to be top 8. Inter did a fantastic job in Champions League, able to rotate to competition, because I don't like them. It's a team that I dislike the most, but if we are honest, they are fighting for the Scudetto, and they qualified, they did a job, so they will have 2 games less than Juve, for example, which is important to recuperate energies. They did the final. They played it seriously, the final of Supercoppa that they lost against Milan. So Inter did well. I think that Atalanta probably could have entered the top 8 as well. But Atalanta, we are speaking about the team that really could enter the top 8, while we are speaking about Atalanta that a few years ago was not even participating. So, yeah, Italian teams are doing well in Europe. Honestly, they are doing really well. I don't support them in Europe, even if now I support them a bit, not all of them, some of them I support them a bit out of necessity, because I think about Juve first, but they are doing well. Now let's see how much will advance to the next stage, which is important, of course. Let's see. Vovka. Ciao, Vovka. Thank you, my friend. I'm late, but I have a question for you. Yeah, shoot me. Tell me. No, not shoot me. Shoot the question. No. Tell me, Vovka. Tell me the question. What is the question? From Canada, Vovka. So what is the question from Vovka? I am curious now. Tell me, Vovka. And I think that will be probably also the last one. The last one. My last 2 messages. Yeah, but the problem is I have a lot of messages. Let me check if I can find them or not, Vovka. You cannot do a copy paste? Here. While watching Empoli game, I noticed that for the first 60-70 minutes, every Juve player with a ball was alone against 2 Empoli players with 1-2 more holding position behind them. What was that? Was it Empoli players just using all their stamina in the first 2/3 of the game and then just collapsing with injuries and no energy when they scored 4th? Or was it a tactical issue? No, I said it in the post game. I will make the analysis of the game tomorrow. We didn't enter the game as we should have entered the game. We were extremely bad, and Empoli, they felt like the blood, like if we want to have a result against Juve, it's now the moment to do it. They are in a moment where we can really knock them on the ground, where they will not get up from it. So it was, they believed in it, they were extremely aggressive, and probably, like you say, all their stamina, all their energy have been spent. Then on top of that, they have that red card at the end of the game where they have the total collapse before we go. And Juventus that woke up, but not even in the first minutes of the second half. The 2-3 first minutes of the second half were for them before Juventus suddenly wake up out of a, out of a total nightmare, like waking up like that and starting to do so. Also with the energy dropping. But no, it's a good analyze. I think it's both. Then tactical issue. What I didn't really see with Motta today, again, because today it went well. But what I didn't really see was a real tactical change from Motta. I saw changing characteristics of players in certain position, like putting a Dusan on the number 9 position and a Colomani on the left. And the other ones arrived extremely late at the 82nd. It was not a tactical change. It was changing the position of players with characteristics to give a bit more speed on that left side, because Colomani is faster than Kenan is, even if Kenan is also fast, but it's a bit different characteristic as a player. But I didn't see a tactical change there. I saw a Juve that suddenly said, okay, we want to go for it. Simultaneously, Empoli dropped a bit in form. We have been also lucky with that second goal, but we were looking for it. Tomorrow I will speak about it. Thank you, Vovka. Rob, the last one, top 3 kit sponsor. Thank you, my friend. Peroni, Sergio Tacchini, or Fiat. But I don't indeed. Sasha is saying, Rob, remind us that we don't have a sponsor yet, which is, we took a decision to not have one. I mean, we didn't find one, then it was postponed, then we found one, it didn't happen. So at the end, we took a decision to start the next season with a sponsor. Hopefully, I hope so. I really hope so, because if missing 1-2 months was less a problem, because you would have compensated with a stronger sponsor, missing an entire season is problematic. Also there, we never think about it, we never spoke about it, we never mention it in that winter mercato, but it's also something that I want to take into consideration, not only giuntoli, but also maybe higher, because with a sponsor of 40 million euro, probably we could have had a stronger defender today, no? Because this is a loss of entry. So what would I put? I would put Fiat, because it's still the home of Juve first. Peroni third, probably Sergio Tacchini second. Even if Sergio Tacchini, it's not anymore the brand that it was, but Sergio Tacchini, probably Sergio Tacchini third, because it would be really strange Sergio Tacchini on an Adidas shirt. Also because you have a sport line of Sergio Tacchini, which makes no sense. No, Sergio Tacchini would not be possible. That's not possible. But that's why I put him third, Perroni second, and Fiat first. Guys, what happened against Empoli is an example of what Del Piero said early this season. The teams don't have fear facing us. Maybe this will help us bring it back. You need continuity, Thomas. You know it as well. Huh? You need continuity of results. Otherwise, this is just, like a spade in the water. And nothing is happening. And nothing is happening. Eccolo. Do we already have the front pages for tomorrow? Let me check. They stole my title, huh? Tutto Juve, mamma mia. Tutto Juve stole my title. At the last breath for Milan and Inter, Super Colo. Vlahovic woke up. Corriere. A Scudetto for 2. Conceição and Walker. No, Conceição with Walker. Shanaloglu from the start. Ranieri. I know, but this is the one of yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is from yesterday. This is from yesterday. The other one was already the correct one, no? Wait. Yeah, this one is the correct one. This is the correct one. Corriere dello Sport, not yet. Tutto Sport. No, that's also from today. So maybe I can see the one of Corriere. No, it's still not updated. So we only have one at the moment. Carlo is happy for DV9. But the player, can you judge Kelly that entered a game knowing that he was gone? It's difficult to judge. Then that is not the phenomenon, we know it. Now we are closing. Ciao Orion. Okay, guys and girls and Juventini and Juventine. Beppe Bournemouth fan told me that Kelly is a great defender with a strong personality. I hope he can do well. Bravo. That's a beautiful end of today. So tomorrow, keep your notifications ring on because tomorrow could be an important day where some people will cry. Maybe. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. To the moon. 36 today, yeah? 36 today. That was a really beautiful one. Thank you to everyone. Imagine if Vlahovic missed that shot with 3 Euro players open. Would have been bad. Yes, I know. But he took his chance and it worked. If he's able to continue like that, I will always applaud him. If he miss, he will be criticized. What time will you go live tomorrow? Tomorrow we'll do the analyze of today's game. Not too much in detail, but the feeling after a day resting on it. Then I have a long live on Juventus because we will probably go longer than the usual 1 hour. So it will be not from 12 to 13, but probably longer, from 12 to probably to 2 hours of live instead of 1 in Italian. Then I will probably have some lunch, and then in the evening, I don't know yet. Let's see. But I will tomorrow I will really keep an eye open for what will happen. Tomorrow I keep an eye open. Grazie a tutti. I hope you enjoyed that late live. Still, 1 hour 40 is long, huh? Grazie Colo. Grazie Renato Vega. Beautiful game today. Ciao Rimini. Orion. King Akrepi. Let me say thank you to the sponsor of today's video, to Rob Lewandowski with all his polls. Thank you to Juan Mayo, to Lloyd Kelly that was there as well with us today. Grande Lloyd. Thank you to Brock and to all the people, of course, that were there in the chat to support me, us, and especially Juventus. Ciao Grande, ciao Jung, ciao Vovka, and it's Beppe. Because belle in French means beautiful, but to a lady, not to a man. So here you're actually saying, good night, my beautiful lady. I accept that if you like. If you want to call me Belle, you call me Belle. Thank you. Buonanotte a tutti. Ciao, forza Juve. Ciao.